This short video is about my 1881 Rockford Watch Company Model 1 pocket watch, an 18-size Keywind key set hunter that has survived about 145 years and is still running strong today. I think it's a great example of a real working man's watch. Let's start with the case. At first glance, you see this rich, warm brass or bronze tone, but originally, this case was silver-filled. Over decades of pocket carry, the thin silver layer wore away on the outside, exposing the underlying metal and giving it this wonderful, aged look. The engine turning is still remarkably crisp. The deep guilloche pattern and the shield cartouche on the back haven't been polished flat, which tells me this is mostly honest wear rather than someone trying to buff it to death. I really like that it looks its age without looking abused. Opening the hunter cover reveals a very classic Rockford dial. We've got clean Roman numerals, a well-proportioned second subdial, and that elegant Rockford Watch Company Illinois script at the top. The spade-style hands suit this dial perfectly. They're easy to read and feel absolutely period correct for an 1880s Keywind hunter. The whole presentation is simple, functional, and very much in line with what a working man would have carried, rather than a flashy jewelry piece. Looking inside the case gives you a nice visual of how the silver fill aged. The inner surfaces still show much more of the original silver color, while the outer parts that rubbed against pockets and hands have transitioned to brass or bronze. For me, that contrast tells the story of real everyday use. This wasn't a safe queen. It likely lived in someone's pocket for years, doing the job it was built to do. Now let's look at the movement. This is an 18-size, full-plate Rockford, Keywind and key set. The plates have a gilt finish, and you can see the nice contrast of the deep blued screws and the jewel settings. According to the serial number lookup, this is a Model 1 with 11 jewels, made around 1881. That puts it firmly in the mid-grade working watch category. It's not Rockford's top jewel count, but it would have been perfectly adequate for a tradesman or small business owner who needed something reliable. Rockford was a smaller American maker compared to giants like Waltham or Elgin, so pieces like this have a bit more scarcity and personality built in. This Model 1 Keywind shows how a smaller firm approached the same everyday market in the early 1880s. As a complete package, a mid-grade 11-jewel movement, a heavily but honestly worn silver-filled case, and a clean, readable dial, it represents what real people carried. To me, that working watch authenticity is what makes this Rockford special. Thanks for taking a look at this 1881 Rockford Model 1 with me. If you enjoy historical pocket watches and the stories behind them, consider subscribing and checking out some of my other videos. And let me know in the comments, would you carry a Keywind watch like this today?